So maybe I can address a little bit as to why I decided to sign over my legal rights to my younger three kids. First of all, the courts don't decide biology. I am their dad. I am their biological dad, and I've never been absent from their life. Their mother made me absent. She's definitely guilty of custodial interference and parental alienation. She's guilty of emotional and verbal abuse to my older two kids that are from my first marriage that she actually adopted. My first wife had a rough spot in her life. She went away for a few years and kind of reinvented herself, and she reemerged as an amazing professional, incredible person. Her and I are actually really close friends. She has an amazing husband. I'm actually kind of jealous because he's a pretty cool guy. I'm not sure I could ever be as cool and as wonderful as he is. But my two older kids have an amazing relationship with their biological mother now, which is absolutely amazing. What led me to sign over my rights was after I divorced, the manipulation started immediately. Our divorce was amicable. Everything seemed to be well, but there was so much that I didn't know that was going on. She had planned so many things to get the kids away from me entirely. I'm now with an amazingly wonderful woman. I think we're going on like 5 years together now. I met her through the business that I operate, and things are going really well there. As my wife number two took me back to court over and over and over and over and over to adjust custody, false allegations, false claims, my attorney, all we did was respond to paperwork. That's all we did. And it got to be expensive. It got to be redundant. It got to be ridiculous. Just defending myself as I'm trying to develop a relationship with who I am very certain is my person at this point. The emotional toll that the court process was having was really weighing heavily on my life. Wife number two got to the point where she disowned both my older children. They moved back in with me. They grew up the rest of the way in my house. They're doing amazingly well. My oldest is 21. She's married to a wonderful man. They have a wonderful business together. My second child is now 18. He's figuring out life, and he's dealing with the fact that he has been disowned by his adopted mother, and he does not get to see his siblings anymore. And that is incredibly challenging for him, but he's figuring it out. So what led me to the point of signing over my parental rights to my younger three kids basically was, how can I reduce the amount of stress that's in my life and in those kids' lives? What can I do to help them the most? At the time, her excuse was my existence in their life was traumatizing, so I ran with that. The theory was, is after I removed myself legally from the situation, there would still be problems, and in all reality, the world now sees that I wasn't the issue because she still has major problems. Her life isn't peaches and cream like she wanted everybody to believe it was. And now that I'm gone from the situation, she's still struggling. So the main reason I made that decision was to give the kids some reprieve for some period of their childhood and allow them to have somewhat of a normal existence. With her, there will never be a normal existence, but maybe me losing time with those kids is a sacrifice worth paying, because you're only a kid once. On the flip side, they're not going to be kids forever. At some point, they're going to be full-grown adults. They're going to see this with adult eyes, and if they ever realize the horribly toxic and disgusting person that she is, it's going to be a day of reckoning for her.